A Boomer Alley video.
Well, this week I got to spend a couple of days at the Democratic National Convention, and it was great. We took some of the worst video that you've ever seen, but we had a great time. As soon as we got there, I ran into the mayor of New Orleans, and of course I immediately had a boomer moment and could not remember his name. Well, in my defense, for the rest of the day I kept asking people, do you remember the name of the mayor of New Orleans, you know, during Katrina? I kept getting, ooh, yeah, what's his name? I can see his face. Wait, don't tell me. Well, of course I'm not going to tell you. I can't tell you. That's why I'm asking you. Finally, after about 4 hours, somebody knew. And a little later I'll tell you who it is, and so you can have a few more minutes on your own to see if you can come up with it. Well, anyway, I asked Mr. Mayor if he had a moment to say hello, and he was pretty good about it.
Just left the U.S. Conference of Mayors luncheon, and we're going to some other meetings.
Are they mayors happy with what's going on?
Mayors are pretty up about what's going on.
It's pretty cool.
We're looking forward to the convention.
Have a good convention. Thanks for taking the time.
Now, I spent most of my time on the streets. I wanted to see how Denver was really treating the delegates. In fact, what I really wanted to know was, how do you become a delegate? So I asked one.
Well, of course, Colorado's a caucus state, so
right.
the process is you start at your local caucus on February 5th,
yep.
or whenever date it's going to be.
Yep.
Then you get elected from those people to the county convention.
Okay.
And then elected to the congressional district convention. And at that point, you can be elected directly to be a delegate, or you could try be elected through the state convention.
Cool.
So
I went to the Hillary caucus. There weren't like enough.
You also have to pick the candidate that's going to win.
There weren't enough of us. Oh, hey, oh.
Like this guy. You got to pick the guy that's good.
Sam.
Yeah,
no, really, it is.
So then I headed down to the 16th Street Mall, where the action is. And as soon as we got set up, sure enough, I was approached by a protester.
Over my shoulder, people are talking. What do they get? They're either protesting for or against Jesus Christ, and pretty sure against homosexuals. And
Girl and I were kissing in front of them.
You were kissing in front of them?
Yeah, they hated that a lot.
How so?
They were filming us, and then as we started kissing and everyone was cheering, they turned it off.
So, Joelle, you married with a husband.
I'm married with a husband.
So how'd you pick this girl?
She was willing. I mean, love is love, and I do love her because she's my young sister. We ate lunch yesterday.
She's a sister. Oh, sister in the greater sense. Silly me. Brother, sister.
You're my brother. You are, aren't you?
Honey.
Then came the McCain people, who were handing out literature and just generally trying to stir things up.
And everywhere.
Right.
And it's a fun vacation.
It's fun, isn't it? Where are you from?
I'm from Salt Lake City.
So they brought you in to do
Right.
this.
Yes.
They imported enemies. How do you like that? But cute enemies. Very nice. Well, enjoy your stay in Denver. Bye-bye.
Okay, so here's what you gotta love. We all know why the delegates were there, but there were so many people, just regular Americans, who cared so much about different issues that they came to Denver to express themselves. There were anti-immigration people from Arizona.
We're wanting less.
The wall?
Well, yeah, double Israeli fence.
Double Israeli fence. China wall?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're building it, well, wait a minute. If we're building it, shouldn't we like build something that is going to attract tourists or something? Double Israeli.
will.
Well, no, double Israeli wall is not going to attract anything but like dead coyotes.
Yeah,
Come on.
Not true.
Oh, wait, who's going to go down there? Have you been down there? Have you been along the border?
I'm from there.
Okay, so, and you're here now because you probably wanted to get, it's too hot there now.
There was a guy from Wisconsin who was against government spying. This guy came all the way from San Francisco. This fellow was walking back and forth all by himself because he cared so much about restoring the Constitution. People came from all over just to be heard.
So, for it or against it? The ice cold water, you for it or against it? Excellent, just checking.
And there were people who came just to have fun. You know, sometimes I'll have a funny idea like, I was going to go down there with a sign that said Americans for Apathy, and set up a table and see how people reacted. But then I realized, I got to bring the sign down there, I got to set up the table, and then you got to talk to people, even after the joke starts feeling old. And to tell you the truth, I'm just a little too apathetic. But there were people who went to the effort of doing the jokes. There were the no bird porn people.
Stop bird porn now. Bird porn is sponsored by Republicans.
And then there was the accept the blame people.
We take the blame.
You take, oh.
Yeah, we take the blame for you.
And I love that all these groups actually have websites. There was the Mini Pearl people.
So now you guys for Mini Pearl or protesting Mini Pearl? Which is it?
Howdy!
And this woman played a very soulful rendition of the national anthem in front of these seemingly uninterested policemen. But when she finished, actually I ran out of tape, but she then played this crazy version of Satin Doll, and the cops actually danced with each other. And then there were the Jesus people. There were more Jesus people than Obama delegates. There were Jesus people. There were Jesus trucks. This Jesus guy was busy telling me how all the other Jesus people were false prophets. This Jesus guy was sharing a corner with an atheist lesbian male-to-female transsexual. Now, I was just trying to find out if we could all go to lunch and maybe sit down and talk.
Oh, because neither of you has invited, or what? I'm just curious.
I gotta go back to work, but if he wants lunch, I'll buy a lunch for him.
But you're gonna proselytize for the whole lunch?
Yeah.
Not just talk about like the convention or what's going on?
And we'll talk about anything except sports, because I don't like sports.
Now, I'm not one to perpetuate stereotypes, but how come so many atheist, lesbian, male-to-female transsexuals don't like sports, huh? What's up with that? But then, this guy was my favorite Jesus person.
So is this sitting down on the job for Jesus?
I've been on my feet.
What is
all
this,
day.
man? He carried the cross. Come on.
I carry this thing everywhere.
I know. You're sitting down for Jesus.
Oh, gee.
Oh, man. I know. I'm on my way.
Should I stand? I'll stand if you want me to.
I'm on my way to the ashram, man.
Now, obviously, when you go to a convention, there are going to be t-shirts and bumper stickers and buttons and every imaginable object with Obama's picture on it made by professional people in the useless crap business. But what I loved the best about being down there was the number of people who were actually chasing the American dream. People who had $1 million idea that they put their own money on the line to bring it to Denver and see what was going to happen. There were the people with the Obama and McCain flip-flops. Now, you could just hear that meeting. Believe me, Harry, we're going to sell 1 million of them. There was a guy from California who came with 6,000 Obama buttons, convinced that his Obama buttons were better than everybody else's Obama buttons. There was Ann, whose $1 million idea was to make replica medals from the 1908 Democratic Convention. There were the guys with 5,000 Obama watches. But my very favorite were the guys with Obama in
We just try to put nice, fun things in.
Obama candy.
Candy.
Obama button.
Bracelet.
Obama bracelet. Cool. And how are sales?
We're doing well.
Are you?
We're doing well, yep.
How much?
Yep, we made up 10,000 of them. 15 on the street here.
Okay.
And $19.95 on the website, free shipping included.
And of course, you can't have this many people together without having all-American, unabashed, corporate self-promotion.
So nice!
Oh, thank you.
Hey, my pleasure, my friend.
Captain Morgan for
Don't forget to vote.
president. Morgan for president.
How about you, my
Put the
friend?
party back in politics.
Oh, 2 of them.
Woo.
Grade point average?
4.0 plus.
Nice, beautiful. How'd you guys do?
I actually got a 4.0.
3.7.
Nice.
Almost.
Just trying to figure out what my kids are going to do when they graduate.
Right.
I had a ball, and I want to thank all the people who talked to us, especially Mayor Ray Nagin of New Orleans. The convention was great. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. For KGNU, I'm Marc at boomeralley.com.
It's Boomer Alley, love.